name is Josue Ramirez Romero, and I'm working with Saul, and we are HyperSource. So kind of like mentioned before, we had originally worked with the data science team. So we're working also on creating resources for alumni who have graduated from coding boot camps. For our version of it, we decided to focus on creating a website that'll display those resources, so that way people who are looking for them have a easy, direct access to getting all the information that they need. We really wanted to focus on making sure that we're targeting the three main cohorts that are here. So having something for cybersecurity, web development, and data science. We also really wanted to work on making sure the features aligned well. So we created one where you can post a job. So like, let's say if you found one that you think would be really good, but you're in data science and it's more so for cybersecurity, you can still post that and have that be shareable with everyone. So that way those who may not be able to find them, but can also really need that opportunity are able to get that access, and therefore creating kind of a community for everyone to be able to share resources and access them pretty easily. One of the main focuses that we kind of wanted to work on, but we didn't really get a chance to, was to expand it further by having full-fledged profiles for individual users to have, and be able for them to create even more resources and make them more available for people. Due to time constraints, we weren't able to, and since it's just us two, we are also very limited on how much we can do. But so far, I think for the most part, we were able to hit all of our targets, and we were able to use the APIs that we had pretty seamlessly. And so I will hand it over to Saul to walk you through a demo of our website.
Yeah, thank you, Josue. So like as Josue said, yeah, we wanted to make resources that anyone in these three cohorts can use, whether that be cybersecurity, web development, data science. We want to include everyone. So they will just navigate our website, and right off the bat, they will be able to access these three buttons, which will, once clicked, will show them an array of articles that they could use to read. If they click one, they'll get pinpointed back to an article telling them about latest news about relevant to their cohort. So cybersecurity would see things that are cybersecurity, data science will see something for data science, web development, and so on, so on, so on, so forth. And each thing has its own topic. The more that we wanted to expand was also having user functionality, where users come in, make an account. So you could put any username, like say random123, and an email, and a password. So once they click sign in, they'll be redirected back to the login, where they'll be asked to put in their information, right? Once they're logged in, they'll be able to see this. And once they'll be logged, they'll be able to be here, and they'll be able to access these two buttons right here called job post and job search. So essentially what this is it gives the user, first you have to make an account to do this. It gives the user the ability to put anything that they want to post a job, essentially. So there's a job at, let's say, Staples, and they'll post the link here, and they could choose what role it is, cybersecurity, web developer, whatever. They click that, they curate that, go to job search, and essentially the role is right here for Staples. They click that, and it makes a new tab towards the link that they put. But that's essentially what it was. What we wanted to do more is have more like a LinkedIn post, where users like web developers could talk to other web developers, and others from cybersecurity could talk to others in cybersecurity. And they could share more resources, sort of like, have the community teach itself in a way of sense, where they pass, hey, here's I learned something new in cybersecurity. Or like in web development, say, hey, there's a new framework in here, and here's how I use it, sort of like similar to other websites that you see online. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that because we really had trouble with the user authentication. And there was like a lot of this project was backend focused. We focused a little bit too much in the backend, and we weren't able to bring all that stuff that we wanted to in the backend to the front end. So like whether that be from making a user, let's say the user forgot their password, we created that functionality where they forgot their password, they'll be able to make a new one. An email will be made and it'll be sent that to their account, and using the email that the user signed up with, it'll be sent to that account and they'll be able to remake a new password. But we weren't able to bring that to the front end due to time constraints, as well as like a discussion board. If you look in our GitHub, we actually have like a bunch of code that we never got to use because we never really managed to implement it. And so as it started going on, it started building up. But overall, what we wanted to focus was mainly having users able to access resources and able to click any article they want and learn something from it, and be able to help other people in the same community as well by sharing jobs that other people might be interested in. So essentially it was just that. And yeah, the login was just done with JWT. They log out. That's just saved through cookies. Database, we're using MongoDB.
So for the most part, everything kind of came out pretty well towards what we had initially planned. I think the other parts in terms of authentication is kind of now our stretch goal if we want to take it further. But thank you guys all.